Welcome to Miami. This is a big event city, and folks here are fired up for this one inside Hard Rock Stadium as the Miami Hurricanes try to represent the great tradition of their program. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Welcome to Miami. This is a big event city, and folks here are fired up for this one inside Hard Rock Stadium as the Miami Hurricanes try to represent the great tradition of their program. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Hurricanes will kick it away and start us off. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Dropping back, it's Collins. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man. You have a good play dialed up and a great chance at yards, and it goes right through his hands. That'll drive the offensive coordinator in the booth absolutely crazy.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Throws it to the right. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, that one cost him. He's just trying to get something started here early in the game, trying to take a chance, but it backfires. The defense in great position to come up with that interception.
The Canes looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. It's now 2nd and goal.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Looking to score with a run to the right. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Quick throw, testing the middle. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to throw. It's Collins. Pressure is coming. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Going the other way. Can they catch him? Return a pick 6. Touchdown for the U. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Comes that LSU offense back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. In a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you get a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Back to pass. It's Collins. And he flings it out to the left. He had all day to throw. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. The defense backed up against their own end zone. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. There's a run to the left looking for the touchdown. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Lining up to try the extra point.
In the end zone.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back.
14, LSU, 7.
Bringing it out. It's Carr. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has a great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Brings up 2nd down.
After a 1st down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Quick completion to the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
It's nearly picked off. He couldn't hold on to it. Don't expect that from such a reliable defender. Brings up 4th down, though. The Canes will have to kick it away. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He cannot escape the defense with a sack. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Ball handed off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, LSU.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking to pass. It's Collins. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Fighting him off.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Completion makes it 2nd down. Got the first down, now looking for more. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
It's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. So after the momentum shifts, Kirk, we are now dead even in this football game.
Chris, doesn't I have that feeling that which quarterback's going to have the ball last is going to be the offense, and the guy that has a chance to win this game may be going back and forth all game.
Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Getting a little creative, trying the handoff to the wide receiver. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So they pass on the chip shot field goal. They're going to go for it. 4th and goal from the 5. Looking to pass. It's Collins. Launching one to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble now. Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
At the 12-yard line. Offense facing.
And the Canes will have to kick this away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Timeout.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out his scoring threat. They'll send the offense up to the 31. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. Oh, and the lob is intercepted near the sideline.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now, defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
They'll hand it off. Finds room at the 30. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And they'll go right back to him on first down. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. Bringing it out. It's Carr. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Picks up some blocks. Can he make it? Touchdown, Hurricanes. He will score. They can try to add to the lead now with the PAT. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play and support.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks instead. We've now got 4th down.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a 1st down.
On a tight game like this, you're on the road. Why not take a chance? Go for it, you hit it, and you quiet the crowd in the process.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to chuck it again. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like the defense has it.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. The quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Frustration in the last drive. They moved into plus territory, but coughed it up. Can't afford that down to the scoreboard now.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Scanning the field, it's Collins. Snags the quick throw. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. The offense going with the hurry up. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. He'll take a deep shot here. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. Big gain across midfield. They'll spot it down near the 30.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. The snap. Quarterback drops back. Trying to extend the play. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete. What is the final play of this period? Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. It's Collins. Quick throw over the middle. Finds his man. Has the first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And they'll get it down that time.
Chris, that's positive yards on first and goal, which is obviously good. But now we're at this point in the game, critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
Coming up, second down and goal. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
The defense is holding on for dear life. They've got a lead. It's late in the game. Just trying to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Third and goal. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Into the end zone. No, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's fourth down.
Oh, he just missed his receiver there on third and short. Now you got to think in the fourth quarter, fourth and short, got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Pitches to the back. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Brought down to the 23, good enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. I think the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, there you go. You save your best scramble today for a bit of a situation in the fourth quarter, and you pick up the first. I mean, you don't want to use that early in the game, right? You want to make sure you save it for the exact moment and the key time and key moment in the game, and that's what he did. Although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way, but a great job of using...
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Miami. They jump in front here in the fourth. They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. That Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Hey, you're trailing late in the game like this. You're looking to get the ball thrown to the outside on the perimeter, make a nice catch, pick up positive yards, and then get out of bounds. If that defense is going to give it to you, take it every time.
Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Collins. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This quarterback on fire today. Here comes the point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Carr. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run it with the option. And that's the 2-minute warning here as we set up for a close, dramatic finish to this one. Important 2nd down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Extending the play now. The ball is loose. Fumble recovered by the defense going the other way.
Chris, I love how this defense is playing in the rain right now. No concern at all with the vertical shots downfield. They're attacking the offense, and here they get a turnover.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
And they'll take a knee to set up a potential go-ahead field goal. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And the timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. And now with tricky footing in this driving rain, this one is for the win. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. And the kick is good in these difficult conditions. We love to see a game come down to the final possession. I mean, who's going to have the football last? And they were able to make plays and come out with a win.
Yeah, not only the final minutes, but the final drive. And that entire unit looked calm, cool, and collected. It was well called by their offensive coordinator, and this defense just couldn't stop them when they needed to.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.